A new age has dawned in Industriville, the age of metal. And I've got some projects set up for this new age. But the first thing I need to do is expand and improve the wall. Now, let me go to the storehouse first. And let me note that I have been making improvements to the plants, continuing to crossbreed them. They are coming along. Not the fastest, but they are coming along. So let's begin with some cobblestone walls. All right, and I've already laid down the base for my planned walls. So really all I should need are wall pieces and slabs. In case you're wondering, not only did I lay down the base of the walls, I also opted to light up the area up to the walls. I've noticed that in the areas I've lit up, monsters are substantially less likely to spawn. So, yeah, that's going to save me some trouble. Alright. Well, there we go. Now that's roughly the look I'm going for. That's connected to that, to the dirt wall behind it, which is why it looks the way it does. Alright. Let's go up there. Yeah. And I have to go 2 up. Full scale wall. And yes, spiders will be able to scale this section of it fairly easily. But I'm hoping I won't run into too much difficulty with spiders trying to get over the walls there. And that was not where I wanted that. Yeah. There we go. I'm going to do something a little bit interesting there. I probably should have put cobblestone blocks there, but actually I suppose I could if I really wanted to, couldn't I? Yeah. There. Not there. Get rid of that cobblestone wall first, then place the piece of cobblestone. There we go. Alright. So, I'm alternating here because it's a relatively flat section. There we go. Alright, because I'm standing on a wall, aren't I? Yeah. So, there we go. There we go. So let's go ahead and put that like so to make the way up. I do have quite a bit of wall to build. And I think I'll go ahead and cut away to finish building the wall. And then show the end product. Well, aside from one minor issue, I don't think the wall looks too bad. Of course, I do have to worry about one thing, and that is how I'm going to get in and out. But these fence gates should do the job. Oh yeah, easily. And they should do a modest job of keeping mobs out. I just need to put one down here so that I have access to that village over there for whatever I need it for later on. And this one, I should point out, takes the cobblestone texture, whereas the 2 up there did not. It's not something really to be too worried about. But at any rate, the wall is a bit better in terms of design. And it includes quite a bit more area, which is good because I'm going to have some additional construction to do this stage. And while this old Industriville is nice and cozy, it's just not really big enough to do the job for that much longer. So, I think it's time to move on to the next project, and this is where we actually start to get into using the metals. I'm going to go ahead and take some clay and turn it into clay blocks. I've gathered some sand, gravel, and clay, and now I'm going to turn it into grout. And then I need to let it smelt up. So let me grab a half stack of coal. Take some stone out of there. Go ahead and... I guess I can do two at once. I forgot I had two furnaces. There we go. Well, at any rate, the walls are improved, or perhaps I should say 2 out of 3 walls are improved, and I can sort out that third wall later on. But let's at least go ahead and take that sign down. Now, the next thing I need to worry about, see, there's the brick smeltery and the copper tool upgrades, which are great, but they require me to smelt the grout. Farm relocation. I had considered the central location of the farm relative to the new walls being a problem, but given that I've expanded the walls out that way as well, I could plausibly run a road off of here, going that way, and go around the farm entirely. So that won't be needed. So what do I work on now, then? Storehouse expansion requires quite a bit of digging. See, the village square. Well, the road network does need expansion, but silo. But let me expand the road network first. As you can see, I have expanded the road network. It now connects all 3 of the gates of New Industriville. And I've also taken the liberty of setting out the site for this building, which is going to be for my blacksmith. And previously I would use andesite as the base and cobblestone on top of it, but I didn't feel that was enough visual contrast, so instead I'm going to go diorite and see how that looks. There we go. Alright, and I'm also going to do something a little bit interesting for the roof here. I'm actually going to give it a little bit of a border here, and then I'm going to top it up with the cobblestone slabs. And I'm also not doing anything in the corner because this is expected to be a place with a lot of hot metal working, and I prefer not to have the wooden columns that I typically use burn up. So instead I'll have the stone wrap all the way around the building. That should do the job. So now I'm just laying the last course of the wall and the edging on the roof. That wasn't good. There we go. I like it. There we go. More like that. Alright. And we're getting almost there. Excellent. And now, what I'm going to do here is just go ahead and wrap this around like so. Yeah, let's do that. Round it off a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That's looking good. Now I'm going to go ahead and place a little bit of additional andesite, but I can't place it where the ladder is as of yet. So let's get the roof sorted out. While the flat roofs are nice and easy to build, I think going forward I do need to start adding a little bit of visual interest to the roofs. So I would not be remiss in at least starting with this. It's still fundamentally a flat roof, but I think I've got a little bit of architectural interest. We will see how it looks from the ground once it is finished, which it is effectively now. So let's get rid of the scaffolding that we used. Et voila. Let's see how that looks. From a distance, looking good. Up close, looking good. Yeah, not too bad. It doesn't look any different from the interior. Actually, I might just go ahead and put this die right in this corner here, because that's going to be dead space anyway. And let me explain to you why it's going to be dead space. I went to that village. You may recall that I found a village with a non-operable smeltery, and I went ahead and grabbed its seared bricks. And now I'm using them to build my own smeltery. But of course, seared bricks do not by themselves a working smeltery make. I actually have to craft a few other components in order to have a fully working smeltery. So let's head back to the workshop here. Oh yes, I should probably mention I crafted up a little bit more bread and put a bit more toast in the ovens, so that it'll be waiting for me. I will go ahead and take one crafting table and one casting basin. I've also gone ahead and smelted some of these seared bricks. I should go ahead and smelt up some of the sand into glass. I will need glass for this. First off, let's start with a controller. Without a controller, the smeltery does nothing. As you can see, I got this book called Mighty Smelting out of it. I'll put it up for the time being. Let me pull some glass out of the furnace. Now surrounding it with seared bricks will give me the seared tank. That's where the fuel is going to go. And now the last functional components I need are these smeltery drains. And I want 2 of them. And 2 seared faucets. Finally, there's one last decorative component that I would like. And let me see how it looks. Okay, so that's seared glass versus... let's go with seared glass for this one. And I need 4 of these for the smeltery I'm making. So, let's see what I have in terms of glass smelted up. 10, that's enough for 2 more. There we go. Now I just need 1 more. And I'm at it. Let me go ahead and get these crossbreeding again. I needed 2 more crop sticks, didn't I? Yes, I did. Oh well. And really, off camera, I should probably try to make more of those crop sticks, because I go through them quite quickly in this crossbreeding process. But now back to the storehouse. There we go. Perfect. And now I have the last of the seared glass that I need. Yes, I did have a little bit of extra glass in there, but hey. Alright, so it is time, I think, to finish off the smeltery. Let me go ahead and put the major components to the ready. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put the smeltery controller here. I'm going to put the seared tank here. Probably put the seared bricks there and there. And then I can go 4 high with the seared glass. That gives me visibility inside the smeltery. I'm beginning to wonder if I didn't make this too small. It's actually looking like I did make this too small. Well, let's at least finish up the smeltery. Yeah, I did make it too small. Well, let me think. What are my options here? I think I will go ahead and leave the smeltery here. And there we go. There is the complete smeltery. Seared glass, a controller so that I can put ores in, a seared tank for inserting fuel, and it will only take lava, unfortunately, and ways to get the molten metal out. Now, I do need to build a new tool shop, and I also need to get some lava. And let me show you the map for the nearest lava. We are here. This is Industriville here. The nearest lava, that's a little bit of lava there, but I think the closest reliable source is going to be up there. And that's a bit of a walk. One I dare not make at night for obvious reasons. In the meantime, maybe I could see how the crossbreeding's going. Okay, so it looks like the wheat and the carrots have crossbred. The cotton still has to breed up. Well, I've got the new tool station done, and I've extracted the devices from the old tool station that would allow the crafting of tool parts and whatnot. So let's go ahead and start off with our stencil table. I'm actually going to put the stencil table over here this time. I'm going to go ahead and put the blank patterns back in there, except I think I should leave one in reserve. Alright, the pattern chest will go here. The part builder will go here. The part builder can work off the pattern chest, which is why I want it next to the pattern chest. And then the tool station will go here. And then I still need a double chest there, but that'll take care of later. It is becoming nightfall, but I do need to grab the lava. Alright, I think I have everything I need to finish this tool center off. I'm going to go ahead and place the double chest. I'm also going to place a crafting station on top of the stencil table in the event that I need to craft something, which in fact I do. I managed to find a few moss meteors, would you call them? In the forest biome just to the north of Industriville while I was cutting down all of the trees. And I can craft those into balls of moss, which I can then apply to my tools. And in particular, I'm going to apply it to my pickaxe because it needs to repair itself. It gives me a bonus called Auto Repair. The other bonuses on that pickaxe are as a result of leveling up as a result of usage. Now, let's see, what else do I need? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and place the cobblestone in the part builder. I need a pickaxe head pattern. So that's 2 right there. Remember, I went ahead and smelted a copper ore into a copper ingot. I'm going to have 8, I think, patterns that I can create. That's 2. Shovel head makes 3. Axe head makes 4. Tool binding is 5. Tool rod is 6. Let's see, do I have a sword blade? Because now that I'm smelting metal, as opposed to having to use flint, I should be able to make a proper sword. There we go, there's 7. And I think I'll use the same crossbar. So I do have a shard extra, which I will put up here. And now it's time to actually start using the smeltery. I went ahead and grabbed some lava and put them in the clay buckets. Now, a little bit of warning, the clay buckets will disappear. I can't preserve the clay bucket with the lava in it. So instead, what I'm going to do is just put them in the smeltery, not worry about them. And I'm going to put 3 aluminum ore and 1 copper ore and let them smelt up. It takes a little bit of time. Now I'm going to put the pattern chest here. Now I do have a pattern chest in the tool station. This pattern chest will be used for a different sort of pattern. You'll see what I mean in a moment. And it looks like the aluminum has melted up. We're just waiting on the copper. Come on. Come on, copper. Finish. There we go. And now we have aluminum brass. So I'm going to start off by making these casts. Here we go. Let's go with the pickaxe head, the shovel head, the axe head, the crossbar, the sword blade rather, the tool rod, and finally the tool binding. Excellent. And now that I've got additional casts, I just need to clean up my pack real quick here. And that's going to mean dropping off the ladders back at the lumber mill. That is going to mean, let me do a quick check here. Heading back to the storehouse, dropping that off. Uh-oh. Well, this isn't looking promising. Alright, it's morning. I'm actually going to go ahead and grab this copper ore, 36 pieces of it, for the time being. And now, actually, one other thing I really need to do, too much longer, and that is to grab a little bit more flint. Because this pickaxe, I really need to have fully repaired. And actually, I think the same is true of the hatchet. While I'm at it, let me grab the rest of the moss stone for conversion into balls of moss. But first, back to the blacksmith's hut. I hope you like what I've done with the old wall to run the road through it. Let's go ahead and put all of that copper in the smeltery. It will hold quite a bit of copper ore, 36 pieces exactly, in fact, in that configuration. I'm going to do a quick check on the hatchet. Okay, so it looks like it has exactly 3 modifiers left. that's fine. I think I can get a little bit more out of it through usage. So let's go ahead and load it up with auto repair. Take it up to level 3 on the auto repair. And let's see where we're at with the copper. We are close. There we go. Now we've got 72 ingots worth of copper. I doubt we'll need that much right away, but it will be a start. Okay, so let's get the axe head and the pickaxe head first. And what I'm going to do with these is upgrade the heads on my existing tools. Yes, that is an option. Take the flint hatchet and apply a copper head. Aside from increasing its mining level, which really isn't relevant to hatchets, it also does slightly increase its durability. Now, with the pickaxe, as you can see, we've got a durability of 621 and a mining level of copper. We'll preserve that mining level, and we'll increase the durability by 23 by the looks of it. And again, with the exception of that Moss 3, all of those modifiers are the result of leveling up the pick by usage. But what leveling that pick up to a copperhead will do is it now allows me to level up the pick with the copperhead and set it up for an upgrade of its own. Alright. Should I go ahead and upgrade the shovel? I don't think it's necessary. It's got some upgrades, not too dissimilar to the pick, actually. That said, I do need a sword. So let's go ahead and make the sword blade. Let's make the crossbar. And let's make the handle. This may not be an ideal sword, but it should be better than the dagger I've got now. The dagger I've got now, let's see, it's plus 5 attack damage. Let me think, what am I going to get with this? I forget exactly. It looks like I'm going to get the rapier, which is a fairly quick sword. Let me look actually at the durability of these two tools. 110 versus 121 upgraded. 121. Interesting. So the rapier may actually be slightly weaker than the dagger, but it will allow me to hit enemies faster. It just might be a wash. With that, let's look at our project board. There we go. Copper tool upgrades and a brick smeltery are done. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, I think we're making some progress here.